So before I start this video, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who subscribed over the last while. Up to 660 subscribers, it means more than you know to me. This just started for me as a way to document what I'm doing in business, in my life, and seeing now that people are kind of connecting with it and enjoying the content, it just means so much to me. So thank you, thanks a million. So this video is just going to be a bit different. It's just going to go through my personal experience and what I didn't really see online of what starting over in a new place like Thailand really is, and some of the struggles that I faced over the last 9 months. So yeah, I've been here for 9 months now, which is just mind-blowing, to be honest with you. So the first kind of phase that I went through when I got here was just so much doubt and kind of being in holiday mode. When you come to a place like Thailand, there's just so much like beaches, nightlife, and just such a mix of everything. And I'd say it took me about a month and a half, probably 2 months, to kind of get into the swing of normal life and kind of make it feel like home here. But like for the first while, I'd go for walks around and I'd walk along the beach and I'd just be like, what the fuck am I doing in Thailand? What made me come here? Why did I make this decision? Is it the right decision? And so much doubt creeps in because you're in a new place, you don't really know anyone, and it's just a knock-on effect really. When you're trying to do entrepreneurship, you never know what you're going to be doing next, and just trying to make things work when they're not working and you're not getting any results from it, but just sticking with it anyway regardless. And coming to a place like this, you're on your own really. So it's just that doubt when I first got here. It took me some time to get used to it. So when you get to a new place like Thailand, or if you're trying to move somewhere else, just kind of be aware that you're going to doubt your decisions. You're going to be like, is this the right decision? And it's just time. The time will tell really. And that kind of leads me on to my second point, which is how important my routine has been when I got here. The days I feel the best when I'm out here is when I plan my stuff out and I'm working towards the goals that I want to get, whether it be posting stuff online, trying other business ventures, and making a plan and just ticking these off and just progressing, even though if I'm not getting any results from it, just day by day, if you're doing the work, eventually over time it's going to kind of pay off. So then the doubt starts to disappear and I just feel a lot better. And still, I'm not going to lie, there's days where I still doubt everything and I'm unsure if I'm in the right place or if I'm doing the right thing. But I've realized the days that I stick to my routine and the days that I stick to the plan of what I set out to do, those days feel the best and I actually feel like I'm getting somewhere. And like the other day now, I went out for Songkran and I had a few too many drinks, and the next 2 days I was just dying hungover and the doubt was just through the roof for the last while. So like I've been very good not drinking and staying off it and just sticking to just kind of being sober really for the last 3 or 4 months. But for now, like when I'm not drinking for that period of time and then I go out again, the next few days are just so awful for me. So I'm going to stay off it now for another while and just get back into what I was doing and just ticking boxes. As I said, it's just so important for me. So my third kind of point is that I've been trying everything since I've got out here and kind of throwing stuff at a wall and seeing what sticks. And like this is such a frustrating process because you give a lot of time to something and you end up getting nowhere and then you have to start fresh again. But it hasn't really been a waste of time because I've learned so much doing all these processes, whether it be people I've met, like businesses I've tried, or anything like that. I've learned so much in this about myself and about business that it wasn't really a waste of time, but that's what it feels like in my own head. But one thing that I've just really loved this whole time was making these kind of videos, even for myself to go back and look on in the future to see how far I come. Like when I go back and watch my first video to see how much it's improved to now, like I cringe looking at that. But this process of kind of filming a video and editing it and just doing all different stuff, I really found a love for making kind of content and making videos for YouTube, because YouTube's always been the platform where I've just loved the most because I've learned so much from it, from other people. Like I used to watch videos of people traveling and doing other stuff, and in the gym I learned everything from YouTube. So I kind of want to make these videos just to help people out, and if I can connect some good people along the way, I'd be so happy. So like that's why you don't know how much it means to me for people subscribing and enjoying the stuff I'm making, because I put a bit of time into this, and some days you kind of I doubt myself a lot. Like, will I bother post this video, or will I make this? Like tonight now, I was planning on making a video all day, and I was just putting it off, and I just said I'm just going to set up the camera and just kind of speak, really, because sometimes you just got to get something up, and I'm just going through what I'm feeling right now, and kind of my experience of how I've kind of grown over the last while. So I'm just going to keep trying to grow this channel, keep trying other business ventures, and just sticking with it. I kind of knew when I started my entrepreneurial journey, it wasn't going to be easy. Although at the start, when I first started, I was like, oh, this is pretty easy. Started getting stuff, and it's a lot more difficult than it's made out to be. So you just kind of have to be resilient when you're trying new things and kind of differing from the rest. The fourth kind of part that has been huge for me out here, and that I think everyone needs, is the people you meet. So I've met mentors, close friends, and a lot of people that have just helped me along since being out here, which is just huge. Like, because let's be real, like, you're in a new country by yourself, and it can get very lonely. And like when you're trying things and they're not working, it's very important to have people you can talk to, because like people back home are in different time zones and you can't always just have a chat. And it's nice to talk to people in person. So I've had loads of different people now that I can go to and talk to out here, as well as back home, just to kind of get ideas from and get a bit of kind of confidence, because you can talk to people out here and they'll give it to you straight up as well. Like, I think finding people that are kind of trying to do the same thing as you, whether it be trying to do businesses or try different things, it's quite important, because they're doing the same stuff, they're going through the same struggles, and you can just chat to them and they know exactly how you feel. And if you think you're stupid running ideas by them, they're not going to just shoot you down and say, oh, this is ridiculous, this will never work. There's always something there, and there's always some advice you can get from people out here who have tried different things and who have a lot more experience than I do, because I'm so new to this. Like, I'm 24 now. I've only been doing kind of being an entrepreneur for 2 years now, and I'm still feel like I'm just, there's a long way to go. So the truth is that I didn't really think it was such a big decision for me to make, to kind of pack up everything and just move across the world. And like, after talking to people out here, like, I've realized it's not that easy to do. But for me, I just felt like it's something I needed to do. Like, a few things lined up, and I was just like, all right, I'm going to take this risk. And people respect that out here as well. And I kind of didn't give myself any credit for it, thinking of how big of a move it was and how risky it is. But in the back of my head, like, you can book a flight home if you need to. It's not going to, like, you're not stuck here. You're not, like, it's 2 flights home at the end of the day, if worst comes to worst. That was always in the back of my mind. But with all this being said, I still 100% think it was the right decision. I'm still making progress each and every week, trying different things, sticking to what I've been doing. And I just know if I keep doing what I'm doing, there will be some results in the end. It's been challenging, very eye-opening, but the last 9 months has taught me so much about myself and about all this side of the world, really, of just culture and being by yourself. You have to do a lot more, and you have to be a lot more open, and you have to do a lot of different things. So that's one thing that you need to be comfortable with before you try to move across the world, is with yourself, and be able to meet people and kind of just be open to everything, really. So yeah, this was just me being honest now. Of, it's not all sunshine and coconuts. Like, it's very challenging, and people make it out online. It's like, oh my God, it's the best thing in the world. And it is great, and I love it here. But there's some days that are shocking, some days that are good, but that's everywhere in the world. And it's just about just sticking to your gut, really, and going with what you think is right. So if you're thinking of doing something similar, feel free to subscribe and follow along. And again, you don't know how much it means to me for the 660 of you who have subscribed over the last while. It really does mean the world for me. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I know this might be a boring video, but I just kind of wanted to document it for myself anyway, to look back on in the future, and hopefully it might help a few people out. Just kind of more a real kind of non-scripted and edited video. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and welcome to anyone else who has seen me from this video. So yeah, see you soon.